Second Norwegian National Hindu Conference, the 23rd of August 2025. United Communities, Stronger Norway. The Hindu community in Norway is not only preserving its cultural and spiritual roots, but also actively contributing to Norway's social, economic, and political fabric. The Second Norwegian National Hindu Conference brought together leaders, thinkers, and community voices to exchange ideas and inspire action. Discussions focused on strengthening collaboration with government agencies, bridging gaps among diverse communities, business opportunities in IT and AI, addressing challenges through the HOTA Forum, and enhancing the Hindu role in politics, media, academia, and social service. Key contributions came from leaders like Rita Kumar, Ina Marie, Bernadette Nirmal Kumar, Eric Solheim, Himanshu Gulati, Ashish Kumar Bhargava, and Tor Mikkel. Vedish Sahajpal, Liz Jacqueline, Niru Kumar, Thomas Carl, Terje Thorsen, Surrender, Bishal Sitaula, Ajit Kumar Verma, and Manumaya Uniyal. Swami Vijnananand shared his vision of unity, addressing challenges faced by the Hindu society and introducing the HOTA Forum as a platform for collective progress. This conference reaffirms that Hindus in Norway are partners in nation-building united, collaborative, and future-focused. Organized by VHP Norway. This coverage was brought to you by Tribhuwan Tiwari for TT Vlogs.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Abhilash Pandya, a distinguished cancer scientist. He has served the community by performing Durga Puja, reflecting his deep commitment to both faith and culture. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Abhilash Pandya to recite the prayer.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा विनायकं गुरुं बाणं ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वराः सरस्वती प्रणमाद्य सर्वकार्यार्थ सिद्धये विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुरप्रियाय लंबोदराय सकलाय जगद्विदाय नागाननाय शुद्ध्यग्ने भूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते गणपति गजानन महाराज की जय.
Sisters, brothers, and the young delegates who are not future of Hindu community in Norway, but you are also the brightest among young people and future of Norway. It gives me immense pleasure to extend to each of you a warm welcome on behalf of Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Norway, the organizing committee of the Second Norwegian National Hindu Conference, and all the supporting groups and organizations. We are deeply grateful to our esteemed speakers and delegates who have honored us with their presence here in Oslo.
Sabiku Namaste. Namaste. Thank you very, very much for this kind invitation to this Second Norwegian National Hindu Conference. Oslo aims to be a generous and inclusive city. And we can only achieve this goal with the help of organizations like the Vishwa Hindu Parishad and communities like you. In Oslo, we are very lucky to have residents with different backgrounds. And thank you so much to the Hindu community for making culture and traditions visible, and for your focus on dialogue and unity. And as a mayor, I want Oslo to be a generous and inclusive city for all its inhabitants. I would also like to mention that the Hindu community is a very, very valuable part of Oslo's population, enriching our society in so many ways. You are very well represented in business life and academia, whether it's tech, research, innovation, or other important areas. And I also know that I have very many female Hindu women becoming doctors, and it's a pleasure working together with them. In 2023, Oslo's first Hindu temple opened. With this, they've gained a new meeting place that strengthens the community and contributes to increased understanding of Hindu culture. My friends, we are living in troubled times. Democracy is on decline worldwide, and respect for national borders, human rights and children's rights, and human dignity is threatened in many ways. This is a worrying development. And we are faced with terrifying and brutal wars in Gaza and Ukraine, and conflicts in many parts of the world. This makes it crucial for us here in Oslo to live together in peace. And thank you so much for contributing to that.
And that too after one and a half or 2 years of rigorous training, they were able to enter this. Then mutual recognition agreements, nursing, chartered accountancy and architecture. All these are included for the mobility sectors. For maritime, sectorally focus for maritime, it is a very good opportunity. We are already in various fields in maritime, like for shipbuilding, we are already seeking that opportunities. For ship-related services, mobility of Indian seafarers, manufacturing of Norwegian designed vessels, recycling and salvage operations also are included. We are hoping to get into that also, and development of supply chain components for global shipbuilding.
To Norway in 1977, so almost 49 years ago. I had a master's degree from Delhi University. The reason for my coming to Norway is my husband got a special visa to work as a business artist in Norway, and I came as a family reunion member at that time. And we have been here ever since. We have got our children, and now we have got the third generation Indians in Trondheim. And Trondheim is our home. And after that, I've taken a PhD at NTNU, and I've been working as former senior advisor, international relations, Norwegian University of Science and Technology, for the past 30 years. Before that, I worked there for 5 years as a researcher, and I have worked extensively with internationalization of higher education, administrator of collaborative projects within research and education, with Asian and African universities and partners, admission of master students, admission of PhD students to NTNU, evaluation of foreign credentials, international students mobility programs, among others. I've also been a member of City Council in Trondheim for 16 years and held many public positions, especially in the field of education, but I've also been a former chief person and chairperson for contact committee between immigrants and Norwegian government. Well, that doesn't exist anymore, but that has given me immense experience in this sector and integration.
Well, my background is as a South Asian scholar, specializing in South Asian Indian religions and Sanskrit. Today I work in the teacher education at the university level, where I teach grown-up adult students training to become religious education teachers in Norwegian schools. Today I will share some insights from research on Hinduism in Norwegian religious education. While this field of research is relatively small, the research we do have is very valuable for those of us working in teacher trainings. In the picture here, you see a group of primary school students visiting Shiva Subramaniam Alayam here in Oslo, observing a puja. Many Hindu temples in Norway, this one included, regularly welcome students from university level to kindergarten, and such visits are a powerful way to present Hinduism as a living and present tradition in Norway. However, Hindu temples are limited in many areas, and the pressure of the few temples in urban areas can be quite significant.
From zero, literally zero. Many people used to laugh on me. This fellow has come from IIT, he thinks big, but he has no experience, He has no experience. But I can tell you, I started working and things started moving, and moving in the right direction, and it's happening. Recently I am coming here before organizing 2nd and 3rd August, we had a World Hindu Economic Conference in Adelaide. Australian government never thought we as a Hindu community organized 600 delegates from across the world, and Australian Adelaide Convention Center was full. What is their general impression is Hindu society only do Dandiya, Garba, Bhangra, Bharatanatyam, Holi, Diwali, After the conference, that changed the whole landscape. Why I am telling you these are very important things. Otherwise, we, as I mentioned you, we as a Hindu community has become Dandiya, Garba, Bhangra, Bharatanatyam community. We should not be. This is also important. This is very much part of that. But that is not the only thing. We have to graduate, especially for the first generation we came here, settled down. But for second generation, we need to position ourselves, especially in the area of economy, education and academia, as she mentioned, media, politics, administration, judiciary, police. All these areas Hindu need to be present. If you don't present, then what is happening? I will give example, I don't want to make any comment, but there is saying, if you are not on the table, you are on the menu. You understand, no? If you are not on the table, you are on the menu. And each group, already you are 25, 30,000, a small community cannot make a big impact here in Norway. But if you can't come together, you can make really big impact, For that purpose, we have started this today, Hota Forum. And purpose of the Hota Forum is we as a community, as you can see in the morning Vedangni presented, we are everywhere peace-loving, coexisting, contributing community. From the economy, to education, to academia, to health services, to technology, everywhere, As Eric mentioned, in America, we are 1% population, we pay 6% taxes. But we are not represented, We are not on the decision-making table. Many other communities who contribute less, but they collect more funding from the government for their community welfare.
So much, and very good morning to the Hindu community here in Norway. Namaste, namaskar. So good to see you all. Look, you can be immensely proud. What we heard here about Hindus or Indians in Norway do much better than the average Norwegian. What an incredible success story. You are much better educated, making more money, integrated into society than we do, which have the traditional Norwegian look. That's a fantastic success. It's, by the way, not just in Norway. The Indian Americans are now the most successful community in the United States of America. But look, I will take you into my view of Hindu Dharma and how Hindu Dharma can contribute to a better world. Early this year, in January, I went to Prayagraj, to the Mahakumbh. I mean, some of you may also have been there. Yes. It was an absolute extraordinary experience. There's been nothing like that in human history. At no point in human history, we don't know the exact numbers, but maybe 500-600 million people went to the same event. Nothing like that has ever happened in America or Europe or even in China with a high population. It's absolutely extraordinary. It was well organized, it was clean, everyone got food, but of course, much more importantly, it was such an exciting spiritual event where people had a dip in the Ganga, but they also had conversations about the world, about the communities. They came from all over India, and of course not just the elite, these were people from the countryside, from the farming communities, from the small towns, all over Bharat, coming to this.
Problems, did tricky problems, not because anyone asked them to do, but because they are really truly passionate about getting things right. This level of enthusiasm and expertise contributes to the overall performance and are also influencing the Norwegian colleagues. Second, I would like to highlight the culture of diversity and teamwork. Colleagues with Hindu and Indian background contribute to a richer and more creative environment. When people of different backgrounds collaborate, we get multiple perspectives, always on friction, but that leads to also other thoughts and other ideas. I've observed teams becoming more innovative when it includes both Norwegians and Indians working together. My impression is also that the Hindu culture often values community, respect for knowledge, and humility, values that fit quite well in Norwegian workplaces. As an example, also from DNB, we now celebrate Diwali each year in the offices. The lunchroom is decorated with a colorful decoration.
So for me, I mean, to kind of summarize, it will take a bit of time. But then starting with Rita Kumar, I mean, she, also from your side, I'm sure that, I mean, we are all a part of this very nice society, but then we have our own, maybe, you know, I mean, knowledge is not always full. So what I was seeing was, Rita Kumar was explaining the educational, you know, everything about, that was a big spectrum. What I picked, you know, one thing was, she said we had 330 students before this fees was introduced in the university system, right? And then you said it was drastically, it came down quite a lot, right? Now for me, I'm a beneficiary of the same scheme. I came in when that fees was not there, so I could take the courage to come from India, study in Norway, and then become a part of the society and contribute to the society, right? So that was a big mechanism the government had at that time. To let people come in, study, and understand the Norwegian society, and gradually become a part of the society. Now the Indians would find it a bit difficult. On the other hand, you said that the people who are coming for PhD and postdoc, that's becoming more because of the cooperation and the agreements and all those things. So that's a very positive side of, you can see the balancing of, you know, so the balancing has gone from maybe the welfare system.
Ambassador to Nepal. So I always say I'm a loved refugee, not the normal refugee. And as a lot of the Indians would identify, Norway is my sasural. But all of you here, the Indian community, this is my maike. So I really feel at home, and I'm so pleased to be here. And I would like to thank the organizers, and I would like to thank the organizing committee for inviting me. I'd also like to say, though it says that I'm from the Department of Health, I'm not from the Department of Health. I'm actually from the Norwegian Institute of Public Health, and the Ministry of Health would get quite upset if they thought I was representing them. But I will be representing, were you able to find it?
Yeah, which?
It says, here, yeah.
Which one?
All right, I can connect. It's going to be a very quick ride. So thank you, Anshuji, for introducing me, and that very generous, I will just use my computer, for introducing me. And you can see that I'm very much involved with work both in Norway, but also in Europe, in India, and many other countries. I'd like to start by just putting this up. And the planet Earth is multicultural. And if you don't like that, you might need to move to another planet And given the current climate condition, and I'm sure Mr. Solheim will agree, we might just have to. We also live in a time when
I think in Hinduism we are genuinely taught that the world is your family. We are all one family regardless of color, religion, country, etc., etc. And that's why I think Hindus also do well no matter where they go, because we consider it their own home. I'm a politician. I'm not elected on Indian votes. I'm not elected on Hindu votes. Neither do I want to. And neither should we of Hindu faith aim to. Because we need to succeed in our countries as members of our community, members of our country, on our merits. We don't want anything for free. We don't want anything by appeasal. We want to earn it as members of the countries where we live, of the societies that we are part of. So to come to the question, or the answer to the question I've been asked, how should Hindus position themselves in Norway and other countries? I think it's through participation. Choose the field that you like and excel at it. Be the best at it, no matter what you do. If it's in sports, it's in media, if it's in politics, if it's in IT, if you're in business, be the best at it and be a proud member of your community, your country, and don't forget the values that we as Hindus have been taught in our home, which is to respect everyone, be a good human being, and treat everyone in a good way. Nothing comes for free, it comes from hard work, and I think that we, as members of the Hindu community, are very lucky that we come from homes where we are taught good values. And
start with myself. As I said, my name is Ashish. I'm 20 years old from Eidsvoll. I'm also a law student at the University of Oslo, and I'm the deputy leader of the Centre Party Youth. I'm also the third candidate for the Centre Party in Akershus to the Parliament. Everybody knows that there's a parliamentary election this autumn. That's why I'm wearing some sort of, you can say, comfortable clothes, because I've just been standing at a stand in Eidsvoll campaigning. But I'm also a member of the Eidsvoll Municipality Council. I was elected as in the Municipality Council while I was 18 years old in the elections in 2023. I'm also an intern for the Centre Party at the Parliament, so I've been working there since last year. I was actually quite an active football player as well, but I actually had to drop playing football because I got engaged into politics. So while everybody asked me why didn't you go pro, I can just blame it on the politics. Maybe not about the skills, but I can say it's just about politics. I started in politics when I was 14 years old, after the elections in 2019. I started to get engaged with the local politics in Eidsvoll. We had the mayor in Eidsvoll. He was a very kind man, and I got to know him. And then I became a member of the Eidsvoll Centre Party and then the Centre Party Youth. The special thing about Norway, and you can say about the entire Scandinavian politics, is that every large political party...
Tusen takk for denne veldig hyggelige introduksjonen. Først en liten fortelling fra når jeg bestemte meg for å bli førstekandidat i Oslo. For jeg står øverst på lista for Fremskrittspartiet i Oslo. Jeg har vært representert på Oslo for 30 år siden, og så har jeg gjort ting i næringslivet. Startet bedrifter og gjort mange ting, og så vil jeg komme tilbake til det. Noe av det som da skjedde når alle skjønte at jeg skulle være førstekandidat, det var at postkassen, e-mailen min, ble full av invitasjoner. To typer invitasjoner. Det ene var bedrifter, og begynte å snakke med de, og dem ba alle om penger. Som subsidier eller støtte. Så tenkte jeg, dette går ikke, jeg sitter bare og hører på dette dag ut og dag inn. Og så måtte jeg liksom stoppe det, og så sa jeg, nå vil jeg velge hvem jeg skal besøke av bedriftene. Og så fant jeg frem de 3 bedriftene i Oslo som er de største eksportørene, mest produktive, og ingen har hørt om dem. Og de var aldri å møte. De bare produserer og leverer. Og den andre store gruppen, så enda flere, det var organisasjoner, non-government organisasjoner, frivillige organisasjoner, jeg tipper det var 10-15 muslimske organisasjoner.
Efforts the governments are putting in, like these trade agreements, years and years of hard work, pages and pages, but that means that there's a lot of opportunities for people like us to utilize the opportunity we have. Like we have a lot of strength here, we live in this place, we know very well, we love being here, and there is a tremendous opportunity in India. Not only we can utilize this opportunity, but we can also help others to build bridges.
Some top level to high level things about AI. In that we will discuss that. It's working. Okay, yeah. So it is like we want to discuss here like what are the challenges in the AI and what are the innovation going on. So it's like innovation versus improvement. So that was about me. Yeah, I'm working with the renewables and oil and gas sector at KVI, Oxford Glitter, and I moved to.
Hello everyone, namaste. I'm Thomas from Emirates Town Office in Oslo. So this may be more of a commercial break than educational, but we're very honored and proud to be a sponsor of this event. And people can ask, why is Emirates now getting involved in events around India in Norway? Well, it's of course because of the EFTA agreement, because what we see in our numbers is that corporate travel from Norway to India has increased significantly throughout the last year. So what we've done recently is we've partnered up with NICI, Norway-India Chamber of Commerce and Industries, as a strategic partner. So maybe I hope to see some of you guys next week on Norway-India Business Days. We are currently serving 9 different cities in India from north to south, and we also have our partnership with Air India and SpiceJet, allowing you to continue your journey on one.
At du på besøk her, og at du valgte oss da. Men du nevnte nå at det skal hjelpe og støtte gründerne her. Kan du si noe mer spesifikt om hvordan dere har tenkt å gjøre det?
Nå får jeg springe her. Prata tosk. Ja da. Vi spør rett og slett gründerne om det viktigste, og det har vi gjort. Og jeg har også reist til Sveits og snakket med dem som flyttet ut fra Norge. Hva det viktigste. Og det viktigste de sier det å ta bort formuesskatten, og så sier de at de vil ha satt tilbake exit-skatten, og så vil de ha en bedre opsjonsskatteordning, litt komplisert, men så sier de også helt til, det må være enklere på visa for de som flinke. Arbeidsvisa må være enklere. Fordi at hvis du gründer i Norge, så trenger du flinke folk, og spesielt innenfor hvite. Så det må gå fort, og det må gå raskt. Så det sånn, og det de sier. Og den norske formuesskatten i dag over 30 milliarder kroner.
Det skal jeg snakke om. Men jeg må si det til Mikael, du har endret deg. Jeg kjenner deg fra dine ungdommedager da, der du var FrP-ungdompresident da. Da var du slank og siden har jeg ikke sett så veldig mye og hørt om deg da. I dag hører jeg deg at du har endret deg, men det jo veldig flott at du kommer deg opp i Oslo topplister da. Og lykke til videre.
Takk.
Jeg har et spørsmål vedrørende det her med det man hører veldig mye om. Skal man stemme på venstresida eller på høyresida? Og det som snakkes mest om, det her med arbeidende kapital på høyresida. Og så at Fremskrittspartiet har jo andre synspunkter enn kanskje Venstre. Guri Melby var på TV-en i går og ble spurt om det. Og så det veldig mye usikkerhet. Så bare for å få en klar tilbakemelding på det, hvordan dette skal se ut, det ene. Og så til deg, Ashish, veldig fint at du står frem og gjør det. Fordi jeg tror det veldig mange som tenker sånn, at våre barn skal ikke i politikk, it's waste of time. Og så gå til yrker som helt sikre. Jeg tror tror det sånn vi tenker. Men det på tide at vi også gjør oss synlige i politikken. Fordi at hvis vi ikke gjør det, så jeg har vært 16 år i City Council i Trondheim. Også ikke på deres parti, men jeg var på andre siden. Men det så viktig, for de lærer så mye i politikken. Hvordan fattes vedtakene i norsk politikk? Jeg tror ikke de fleste som har bodd her i 40 år, skjønner til det. Takk.
Ja, jeg forstår at spørsmålet dette med arbeidende kapital.
Politikk som du sier, waste of time. Og det jo utrolig synd. Mange av mine beste venner i dag, mange av mine beste erfaringer har jeg fått gjennom politikken. Grunnen til at jeg valgte å studere juss jo også mye på grunn av politikk.